What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Captain Waffles, and if you are a UFC fan, this might anger you just a little bit. So, as we know, Kahbib was able to choke out Conor McGregor, and we all know what happened after that fight. The results are now in by the Nevada Athletic Association here, and they have suspended both Conor and Kahbib. This article is by the Bleacher Report, and they are stating Kahbib and Conor have received temporary suspension from the Nevada Athletic Commission for their actions. Now, we all know what happened. Basically, some things were said. Kahbib, took it to heart. I don't blame the guy. He jumped over, and a fight slowly began to ensue. We've also seen Conor McGregor punch someone. Now, I really haven't looked much into it, but I believe that both sides are wrong. Kahbib had a really good point where he says, what happened about the bus? Nothing happened with the bus. Well, what happened with all this trash talking? Which is really, what the sport's kind of about these days. I don't really care either way. Here we go. Following his victory over McGregor, Kahbib jumped into the crowd at T-Mobile Arena, and he tried to fight one of his camp. I don't think he actually landed a couple punches. I think he swung a few times, but I couldn't really see the video that well. This is what Kahbib actually talks about in this, post interview. He says he talked about my religion, he talked about my country, and he talked about my father. And he comes and of course he breaks the bus window and threatens a bunch of people with the stool he threw in there. So he's talking about you got to worry about what he's doing to me, and it didn't really happen. He then states this is respect sport. This is not a trash talking sport. I kind of agree with him, but I mean, let's be honest here. Trash talking it's gonna happen, and it does excite things a little bit, but don't get too carried away. Let's see here. Yeah, this is the teammate Dylan Dennis. I mean, you don't really want to say this stuff. I mean, the guy he beat McGregor. Kind of let it be. But words are words, man. All he had to do was walk out of that ring a champion, and it would have been fine. He ends up confronting Dennis on the arena floor again. We kind of see this happen. We see this incredible, we see him. Kahbib leaps out of the octagon and charges this guy. It was kind of funny to watch. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was great to watch that. I think that was actually more exciting than the actual fight itself. So it was kind of cool to see that. Then Kahbib actually makes a very bold statement, and he says, if you fire my teammate over this, I am done. I am done with my contract. You can terminate me or I'll terminate it and I will not fight. Again, it's his own choice. He's 27-0. I'm sure he'll find a hell of a future. Now, I also read an article, and I got to reread it later, but I guess he was also offered a wrestling contract. So that would be kind of cool to see where he chooses to go. My friend was telling me there was an article about how Kahbib actually was terminated, but I haven't actually read that to confirm that yet. But either way, Dana White probably will end up suspending his friend or firing him, and we'll see where that goes. But overall, that fight was super boring. When I think of UFC fighting, I think of okay, a couple seconds of ground and pound, but to just wrestle the whole entire fight, that was really boring. The pay-per-view actually was able to break records, and I was actually kind of shocked at that. I'm I know it was a super fight and all, but that was probably one of the most boring fights that I've ever seen in my life. Conor McGregor, I think in the third round, actually started to get a couple combos in, and I was thinking, land that left hook, land that left hook, land that left hook hard, boy. It never happened, obviously. I think the rules need to be changed in the UFC. I think I'm okay with ground and pound, but if it's not going anywhere for 4 or 5 minutes in a row, just watching someone hug each other, I mean, it's just boring to me. But I have to congratulate Kahbib. I'm a huge Conor McGregor fan, so of course watching this, it's you're hoping that you're the person you want to win. But I must say, he was a superior fighter, not just in wrestling. I mean, the guy is he's sitting there. He hit him with a couple of really good strikes. He picked him up on the ground and slammed him. I mean, that was kind of cool to watch. So I guess overall, I gotta congratulate the guy. It's gonna be interesting to see his future. Like I said, he's 27-0. He beat McGregor. He's up there. I guess Nate Diaz wants a piece of him. I don't think Nate Diaz can take out Kahbib. And I don't think who's his brother? Nick? I don't think Nick can either, but according to them, that's the fight they want to do. But we'll see what happens. All right, guys. Unfortunately, they will be suspended, so nothing you can do about it. We'll see what happens. I'm kind of interested to see what happens with Khabib. I mean, I'm telling you, he's pretty much the Floyd Mayweather of like UFC right now. So it'd be interesting to see him over 30-0, 35-0, 40-0. That'd be impressive. But all right, guys. Thank you for watching my vlog about this. And I'm sure there's other videos posted, so I mean, you can look on YouTube and find a couple others. But thanks again, guys. I appreciate it, and have a good day.